afternoon. My name is Donna Feazell, and I'm your host of The Edge on IC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You can also find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications, as well as Abundance TV, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. One of my absolute favorite websites is copycat.com. That's COPYKAT.com. You can find all kinds of really wonderful, interesting recipes from restaurants. Yeah, somebody's mother or grandmother has figured it out on some of these. And there is an Oriental chicken recipe from Applebee's, and I want to go over that one with you just for a second. I mean, they really do have some good salads over there. And so this salad, let me find it right here. Okay, sweet and savory, the Copycat Grilled Oriental Chicken Salad from Applebee's is made with grilled chicken. You have crisp romaine lettuce, fresh carrots, crunchy noodles, and it's served with an Oriental salad dressing. And so I'm going to look on down and see if I can find, I don't think they have a salad dressing in here. Yeah, okay, let's look. Here it is. Okay, and it is an Asian one. Okay, here we go. Now this is for the salad itself. Then I'm going to give you that. The salad dressing really hits everything. It tops it all off. Okay, so for the Applebee's salad, you'll need boneless, skinless chicken breast, olive oil, salt, black pepper, sliced almonds. I love sliced almonds in a salad. Romaine lettuce, shredded carrots, and crispy rice noodles. You got to have all that stuff there together. Okay. Now, this is what you'll do. Now, any chicken, if you have like the frozen grilled chicken, that'll work as well. But I like my own. So what you can do is saute this chicken. You'll need to cut it up into little strips, kind of. And so cut that up. And it's best when you slice meat or if you cut it up with a knife that it's kind of frozen. You want to, if it's fresh meat, you just got it from the grocery store, go ahead and put it in the freezer for about 30 minutes. Take it out, and then you can slice it really, really easy. Otherwise, you can slice it, it just won't be a nice, pretty slices. So this is the way you do it. Okay, now, season up your chicken, and I'll tell you how I like to season my chicken up. I get dry ranch dressing. It's in the dry packets. And so I'll kind of cover it in that and let it kind of sit in the refrigerator for just about 30 minutes. And those flavors from the ranch salad dressing goes into that chicken. It tastes really good. I've tried it with bottled, but the only thing about the bottle is you're not going to be able to saute it. And then you're wasting because you're going to have to rinse off some of the salad dressing. But use the dry and use it to kind of marinate that chicken. Okay, so you cut it up and you'll saute it, and it won't take very long to cook it either. If you'll cook it in, cut it in little like 1/4-inch slices and let it be strips, and it won't take that long. Okay, going ahead and then cook it with a little bit of olive oil, a couple tablespoons, it won't take much. And then when the chicken cools off, you can assemble the salad. So going ahead and kind of saute the chicken and then put it over to the side and let it cool off. Now what you want to do is grab a great big bowl, okay, because you're going to have lots of romaine lettuce. Shredded carrots, shred them. If you chop them, they're going to be a little harder to eat, especially for someone who may have dentures. So make sure you shred it. It's going to be a lot easier to eat. Lots of crispy rice noodles, and then add the chicken. Then you'll add the salad dressing, and you're ready to go. Now, it's best to saute that chicken up by using a iron skillet. Okay, let's see. Serve with and there's also Asian salad variations of this. If you put mandarin orange slices in it, maybe add some sliced red onions, thinly sliced green onion or scallions, and you add a few more of the sliced almonds. Swap the nuts for soy nuts if you'd like to, or you can do cashews, walnuts, or pecans. I've always loved pecans in my salads. Swap the chicken for shrimp. You can do that as well. And so one question was asked is, can you make this salad ahead of time? Yeah, actually you can. So you can make it ahead of time. Just make sure you put a nice top. And let me tell you how to keep the freshest salads. Instead of a plastic bowl like a Tupperware or something like that, a glass bowl. And then make sure you put a really nice top on it. I like the Rubbermaid glass bowls that have those little, my tops are kind of a navy blue looking top. And now they're kind of made out of some kind of rubber, but anyway, they're still really good bowls. And it just, I don't know, it feels like they're a lot, it stays fresher, I think, in a glass bowl. Plus, I feel like it's cleaner. You know how that goes. Okay, now that salad dressing I was telling you about, you can make your own creamy Oriental salad dressing, just like they have at Applebee's. So let me go ahead and get that recipe pulled up for you. And let's see. Here we go. Here are the ingredients. Okay, for the salad dressing, you'll need some sugar, some rice vinegar, that's key, mayonnaise, refined sesame oil, toasted sesame oil, and Dijon mustard. And here's how you make it. Now, in a medium bowl, you're going to combine the sugar and the rice vinegar and mix it until the sugar is completely dissolved. Then you'll add the mayonnaise and then both of the sesame oils and the mustard. Stir it until it's really blended in really, really well. Okay, I'm looking for the ingredients to it. And I've got all these little pop-up things that keep happening. By the way, this website is copycat.com, COPYKAT.com. Here we go. It's kind of hidden. I did finally find it. Okay, now for the salad dressing, 2 tablespoons of sugar and 1/4 cup of rice vinegar, 1/4 cup of mayonnaise, 2 tablespoons of refined sesame oil, 1 teaspoon of toasted sesame oil, and then you'll also need 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard. Now in a medium bowl, what you're going to do is combine the sugar and the rice vinegar again until that sugar is dissolved. And then add the mayonnaise, and then both sesame oils and the mustard, and then you'll stir it until it's well blended. Okay, how many of you guys used to go to Shoney's? I don't know if there are any Shoney's that are still open. I know there was one in Albertville and it closed several years ago. But Shoney's, also known as Big Boy's Restaurant, had the absolute best strawberry pies. I mean, I don't know how they did it. We got it right here. We're going to figure it out. And I'm going to tell you what, they also had like the best coffee and the best tea. I don't know what brand they used, but it was absolutely good. But this is a very easy pie that you can make at home. Okay, let's go ahead and pull it down. Let's see. Big Boy Restaurant's been around since 1936. I'll get to a little bit of the history. And the franchise strawberry pie has always been their favorite. Okay, now it says right here that today you can find most Big Boy restaurants in Michigan. There are a few in California, North Dakota, and Ohio. But if you don't have one, we're going to mimic this strawberry pie. About to do something with the strawberry plants outside. So, yes, well, this pie is going to be in our future, I promise you. Okay, now a lot of strawberry pie recipes call for the filling to be made with strawberry jello. This strawberry pie is made with homemade glaze thickened with cornstarch. I love cornstarch to use in my pie. I use for my chocolate pies and any kind of pie, I'm going to use cornstarch. And I like it better than flour. You know, you can always use flour to thicken it as a thickening agent. But the problem is it gets these little bits in there, and I just like cornstarch. It's just cleaner and it's easier to sift, and it's easier to not have weird stuff in the pie. You don't have to strain it, in other words, so you're going to really like that. Okay, the best way for the flavor of strawberries to shine is when you make something from scratch. You know there aren't any mystery crazy ingredients in it. Okay, now choosing the perfect strawberries for this pie, this is crucial. The stars of this pie are most definitely the strawberries. So if you're not lucky enough to grow your own, you really need to grow your own. If you get, they're like the easiest thing on earth you can grow. If you're like me and you live in an area, and we got like 38 acres, and almost every bit of this 38 acres, except for the northern part of the land, is full of rocks. So I found a way to have great strawberries, and that's with a cinder block garden. So you'll stack a couple, and they grow low to the ground anyway, so they work perfect in that area. And then also Phil has set me aside a little garden, and so he has put this white plastic, and that's got to be this really thick plastic. And after I get through taping shows today, I want to go out there and start planting some more strawberries. But this keeps weeds down. Plus, on this rocky land, you can grow strawberries anywhere. I've actually had strawberries coming up through rocks, so they'll grow anywhere. So you can do that. Okay, let's see. Best to have your own. You can also go to a farmer's market and find really good strawberries as well. Okay, let's see. Now, always choose organic strawberries, by the way. There are some ingredients where spending the extra money to buy organic may not be worth it, but for strawberries, it is well worth it, okay? According to the recent study by the Environmental Working Group, 90% of tested strawberries had residue from 2 or more pesticides. Now, if you have to buy them in the grocery store, let me tell you how you can clean them, okay? And possibly get rid of some of the pesticide that could still be attached to those strawberries. So you're going to need hydrogen peroxide, and you can find it at Walmart. It's like 5%. And then what you'll need is, let's say, about a gallon of water. Depending on how many strawberries you have, about a gallon of water. Per gallon of water, you want 2 tablespoons of hydrogen peroxide. Okay, put them in there. Very quickly, you need to put them in a colander. You wash them, put them in a colander. Empty the water, and then get clear water, okay, and rinse them again. And that'll kind of take care of some of the pesticides residue that could be on it. Okay, now you get what you buy. Strawberries don't ripen after picking. Look for berries that are bright red without any signs of white or green patches. You need to avoid any berries with dry, shriveled leaves. That indicates they've been sitting in a store shelf for a while, okay? And, sometimes they will, put stuff on it, so be careful. Size doesn't matter as much as you think. The old adage that smaller berries are sweeter, but the truth is the size of the berry depends on its variety and the growing conditions. Many of the strawberry varieties most common supermarkets are bred to be bigger while still remaining sweet. So don't be afraid to browse your berries, okay? And don't judge the packet. Okay, let's see. Let's get to that recipe. I'm going to go on down just a little bit. I'm going to have to hurry because I have a commercial break coming up in just a couple of minutes. Okay, again, we're not using Jell-O. We've got the strawberries. All right, ingredients. And you can find this on the website copycat.com. That's COPYKAT.com. Okay, you'll need some all-purpose flour. I prefer to use, I'll tell you in a minute. All-purpose flour, powdered sugar, butter, vanilla, water, sugar, cornstarch to thicken that glaze filling. And then you'll need some red food coloring, fresh strawberries, and whipped cream for topping. Okay, let's see. Here's how we're going to make it. Now, mix well. Make the pie crust by combining the flour, the butter, and the powdered sugar, and that powdered sugar is what makes their crust so good. So it's flour, butter, powdered sugar, and vanilla. You want to mix it well and press it into the bottom and up the sides of a 9-inch pie pan. You want to prick it all over, okay? That keeps it from kind of bubbling up. Okay, bake the crust at 350 degrees for about 10 to 15 minutes or until it's lightly browned. Remove it from the oven and let it cool completely. Now, while the crust is baking, you want to mix the water, the granulated sugar, the salt, and the cornstarch. So you don't use milk in this pie filling, okay, because you want it to be kind of clear. That's why you're using water. And food coloring in a small saucepan. Cook over medium heat, stirring constantly for about 5 minutes. Don't let it go without stirring it, okay? And then you want to set it aside to cool. Now, when the crust is cool, make sure that you pile the berries on top of the crust because you don't want the strawberries to cook. And then you want to pour the thickened glaze over the top, refrigerate until the glaze is set. Then serve with a dollop of whipped cream or whipped dessert topping. You use that little spray stuff. You can do that if you want to. It's up to you. But this is like a really good pie crust to make too. So you don't have to roll it out. And what you're doing, when you put the ingredients together, you're just kind of pressing it down into the pan. Now, what a lot of people do when they're making a pie crust, they'll get some of that Pam spray and spray that over. What I like to do is get butter. Butter it's not going to leave a real crazy residue on your pie pans. And so just get a little bit of butter and just kind of let it get room temperature, and then you want to smooth it out over that pie pan. And that's all you do. Let's go into a commercial break. We're going to be right back in just a minute. at Lamone's Mexican Restaurant, located in Henniger, Alabama, and voted Best Mexican Restaurant of DeKalb County, Alabama 2020. We're here to serve you with authentic Mexican cuisine. Order easily online by going to lamonsmex.com or call 256-657-3999 to place your order. We're open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether you're celebrating a cozy date night for two or a celebration for a crowd, at Lamone's you'll love our atmosphere and friendly servers. Thank you for dining with Lamone's Mexican Restaurant. Let Rhonda at Rhonda's Elite Tax LLC take the burden off you for all your tax needs. I know because Rhonda has been taking care of my business since 2013. I feel Rhonda works for me because she knows the direct questions to ask to better benefit my unique business in order for me to get back the biggest refund possible. Rhonda is an ongoing student, and she knows tax laws are in a constant change every year. Call 256-281-9903 for an appointment to take the dread out of getting your taxes done. Rhonda is located at 11968 U.S. Highway 431 in Boaz. Again, that number is 256-281-9903. And let Rhonda's Elite Tax LLC champion your personal and business taxes. At Liberty Bank, we're all about community, whether it's to help with a charity fundraiser or help families in need. Toys at Christmas or a local football team, we're here for you. You see, we realize the importance of family. Sometimes it's to build a new home or necessary home repairs. We're here for you. If you like the feel of a small town bank with all the conveniences of a big city bank, we're here to serve you. You will find us at any of our convenient locations in DeKalb, Marshall, Etowah, and Blount counties in North Alabama. You can call and speak with any of our friendly staff at 256-659-2175 or check us out on the web at libertybankal.com. And thank you for your support of our community. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Jeff McCurdy of the McCurdy Law Firm has been a public service of this area for over 10 years. McCurdy, a member of the Henniger City Council, serves as prosecutor for the town of Sylvania and was named public defender for the city of Rainsville. The McCurdy Law Firm is located at 17326 Alabama Highway 75 in Henniger to better represent his Jackson and DeKalb County clients. If you need to be represented by a true public servant with proven success, call Jeff at 256-996-8701 or send a private email to mccurdylawfirm@gmail.com. No representation is made that the legal services performed is greater than the legal services performed by other lawyers.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and my employees and I want to thank each and every one of you for your continued support. With everything going on right now, your rest is so important. That's why we're having the biggest MyPillow sale ever. Not only are my bed pillows as low as $19.98, but you can get the best body pillows ever. Regular $89.98, now only $29.98. Take your rest on the go with our Roll and Go Anywhere MyPillows for only $14.98. And we have our new couch and accent pillows. They aren't just for looks. They have MyPillow's patented adjustable fill that gives you that amazing MyPillow comfort. In this economy, you get the best gifts ever for the best prices ever. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code and you get deep discounts on body, couch, bolster pillows, and so much more, including my original bed pillows for as low as $19.98. Please order now while quantities last.
Are you ready?
We all wonder what tomorrow will bring.
but the future lays itself at the feet of the prepared and surrenders to the will of the persistent. It's not easy, but today shapes you so you can shape tomorrow. With Northeast Alabama Community College, when the future asks if you're ready, you can answer.
Yes.
Begin your future at Northeast Alabama Community
Good afternoon.
College.
We are The Hatter Cafe and Country Inn is nestled in the northeast corner of Alabama the Beautiful in the delightful town of Mentone. We're located on top of scenic Lookout Mountain near Little River and DeSoto State Park and located only 5 minutes from shopping and restaurants. There is also a nearby community walking path and golf course. We welcome everyone through the doors and we are committed to outstanding service for all guests. At the Hatter Cafe and Country Inn, we invite people from all walks of life to come and get away from it all, enjoy the open spaces, treetop views, fresh, clean air, and experience Southern hospitality at its finest. We look forward to hosting you. To reserve a special event, or if you would love a special getaway at the Country Inn, you can call us at 256-634-2018. Are back. My name is Donna Feazell, and I'm your host of The Edge on IC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You can also find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications, and Abundant Television found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. Thank you so much for watching. I have an awesome website. I've been using this one for years, and it's copycat.com, COPYKAT.com, and you can find some really awesome restaurants and some of their favorite foods. Like we just did the strawberry pie from Big Boy or Shoney's restaurants. That's always been a favorite, and you're not spending near as much. So some of the restaurants you're going to find are Arby's. They've got that Arby's chicken salad in there too. Don't always go for salads. Also, they have the Arby's sauce. Somebody has figured that out. Let's click on that. I'd like to see what that Arby's sauce is made out of. It is really good, and I don't think you can buy it from their store or anything like that, but their Arby's sauce, is ketchup kind of with a kick. So let's see what that kick is. And nobody does it better than they do. So you don't have to worry about not having enough sauce anymore. So use it on your roast beef sandwiches, your homemade beef and cheddar sandwiches. And really, you don't have to steal any more of those little packs anymore. So there you go. All right, let's go ahead and find the recipe for the sauce. I'm having to scroll down to find it. I want to get the exact recipe. It's just giving me ingredients right here, but probably if you scroll on down, here it is. Okay, now this is how you do the Arby's sauce. And again, you can find this recipe on copycat.com, COPYKAT.com. So what you're going to need is 1/2 cup of ketchup. You'll need 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. You'll need 1/4 cup of white vinegar, 3/4 teaspoon of onion powder. You want 3/4 teaspoon also of garlic powder. You want 1/2 teaspoon of paprika and 3 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. I can never pronounce that. I always mess that up. 1/8 teaspoon of salt, 1/8 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Then you'll also need 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. I use cornstarch in a lot of my recipes. We want to get all the ingredients except for the cornstarch into the blender with 1 cup of water. Blend it on high for about 15 to 20 seconds. Then you're going to pour the mixture into a small saucepan over medium heat. Simmer it gently for about 20 minutes. It's going to kind of thicken up. And then you'll stir it several times. You want to mix in the cornstarch with 2 tablespoons of water. Now put that in a little separate cup. You want to mix that up, okay? And then you'll add the cornstarch slurry to the sauce and mix it well. Now when the sauce begins to thicken, let it simmer on very low temperature for about 10 minutes. Then what you'll do is remove it from the heat and let it cool. The sauce will be similar in thickness to steak sauce, and it's good on everything. Store it in a covered container in the refrigerator and serve it with hamburgers, pastrami, or hot wings, whatever your heart's content. It tastes good on absolutely everything. And I'm really, really glad that I found this website. Again, if, going out to eat costs a lot nowadays. And and then, okay, some more restaurants. You got BJ's. There's like, a couple hundred restaurants they have in here. Bonefish Grill, Boston Market, that cream spinach that they have. Sweet potato casserole is really good. Buffalo wings. They even show you how to do the Whopper from Burger King. Some of this may come from people who used to work there a long time ago and gave that out. Captain D's has always had a real good slaw. It's a coleslaw. But I think I've got a little bit of time. I can tell you how to do Cheesecake Factory. They've got that. The Red Velvet Cheesecake, Chick-fil-A Nuggets, Chick-fil-A Frosted Coffee, and the Chick-fil-A sauce. Let's do the Chick-fil-A sauce real quick. Got about 4 minutes left. I think we'll have time to do this. Again, this is from the website copycat.com. Copycat with a K, copycat.com. And let's go on down. Now, the way they have it listed on their website, they'll have the ingredients, but then they don't tell you. You have to kind of scroll down to find out the amount of the ingredients. Okay, so this is Chick-fil-A's sauce. Here we go. All right, we have 2 tablespoons of honey. I knew honey had to be in there. Okay, so 2 tablespoons of honey, 1 tablespoon of yellow prepared mustard, 2 teaspoons of Dijon mustard. You'll need a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise, 2 tablespoons of barbecue sauce. The Heinz Classic Original Barbecue Sauce is what they recommend. And then 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. Now what you're going to do is place all these ingredients in a small bowl. You'll stir it to combine, and then you're going to refrigerate the sauce when you are not serving. Now also a special note here is this will stay fresh in the refrigerator for up to 10 days. Now another thing you're going to like about copycat.com about the recipes, they actually tell you the calories per teaspoon. They'll, all this really good stuff. They even have chili Southwest egg rolls in here. Cold Stone Creamery, that cake batter ice cream, that's in there. Cracker Barrel, I've got the Cracker Barrel Coca-Cola cake. Oh, that's really good. It's been a while since I've had any of that. The Oreo Blizzard, they've got that in there. See if we've got time for this one. The Oreo Blizzard. Don't you love the blizzards? To me, Dairy Queen has just about the best ice cream that you can have. So let's talk about that for just a minute. I think I've got time, got about 2 minutes. If I can get this to hurry up and scroll on down to the recipe and to the amounts. Okay, I think we go right here. All right, 2 ingredients. That's it. Okay, so you're going to need 3 cups of vanilla ice cream. It doesn't say French vanilla or anything. It just says 3 cups of vanilla ice cream and 6 Oreo cookies. Now what you're going to do is to allow, this is key, you're going to allow the ice cream to soften at room temperature until it just begins to melt. It's not melted, okay, but begins to melt. You get the ice cream and put it into a blender. Then you'll blend it until the ice cream becomes liquefied. Then you'll add half the crushed Oreo cookies and pulse once or twice. Pour the blended ice cream into a glass. Sprinkle the remaining cookie crumbs on top of the blizzard. And if it gets just a little bit too liquidy-like, you can put it back into the freezer just for a few minutes. This gives you the calories, the nutrients, the carbohydrates. So if you're on some kind of a diet where you can't have carbs or you can have carbs, protein, fat, saturated fat, and all that kind of good stuff. Again, this website is copycat.com. That's copycat.com. Thank you so much for watching The Edge on IC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You can also find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications, and Abundance TV, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. Again, thank you so much for watching. We appreciate you.